The online racing network proudly presents Core Season 3. We're coming to you from Talladega, Alabama for the Talladega 250 presented by twitch.tv/Alex Daigle. It's great to have you along for the ride, everybody. Jacob Hitz, Trace Ryder here with you. We've also got Cody Workman back off the mend. He's down on pit road. We'll get to him in a little bit as well tonight. And oh boy, this is the second and final plate race on the season. The first race we had 24 people here. This one, my last count was 22. Make it 23 as we have two new drivers in the field tonight. One of them just snuck in right at the buzzer. This is going to be chaotic, Trace.
Indeed it will. 2.6 miles, high banks, lots of speed. It's going to take one mistake from one driver to cause the big one.
And I wanted to look back and watch some of the racing from Daytona. I didn't quite get the chance to, but from what I recall from Daytona, lots of wrecks, even with the stages in there, guys getting way too aggressive early on in the race, causing chaos early on. Of course, you weren't here for that race. Now that I think about it, you weren't here, so.
No, I was not. No, I was watching the footballs.
But, you know, in the duels, we made it about 7 laps in each duel before there was a caution. Then a little bit of a longer green flag run. Then towards the end, with about 6-7 laps to go, there would be a wreck. Then potentially another wreck later on. So, you know, we've got the potential to have another 10 cautions tonight. We don't know. But
look, it's been Core's entire MO to do an entire segment under caution. It might not at once, but like throughout the total of the day. So,
but one thing to keep in mind is the fact that while we're here at Daytona, or while we're here at Talladega, normally you see bump drafting, a lot of pushing and shoving. These cars, you do that, and the car you're pushing is going to wind up on its top.
Yep. Yeah, you can't push with these cars at all. For that matter, it's recipe for disaster. So it's going to be about patience. It's going to be about planning. It's about making the right moves, the right blocks. Because if you make one bad block, I saw it a couple times in practice. These guys make these blocks and they just catch the rear end on the bumper of the car behind them, and it's around they go.
All right, well, while we got some time here in the field, grid's up on the front straightaway. Let's go downstairs for the first time tonight and talk to our pit reporter, Cody Workman. How you doing, Cody?
I'm doing great. The voice is feeling great. I can finally talk again, and I can finally give you some reports again. It's awesome. Great to be back, guys. Well, Drive-Thru currently sits P2 in points, 28 points behind Michael Cozy Jr. However, the bad thing is that is one full race worth of points, and while he has been the most consistent driver so far this season, scoring 5 top 5s and 6 top 10s in 8 races, he still has a goose egg in the win column. Now, I did talk to him earlier, and he says that he feels it's going to take at least a win or two to have any chance of taking over the top spot in points. However, he feels like tonight is his best opportunity to make that happen. It's been an eventful season for Cotsman Ionescu, having several sparrings with fellow rival Justin Champagne. However, his best run of the season did come back at our other super speedway race of the event, Daytona. Remember, he was sitting P2 on the last lap, and before making his move off of turn 4, it was perfect. The problem, the car behind him, Raw Gator, timed a little bit better, and he ended up winning the race. However, he is feeling really great, though, tonight, and look for that 84 to pull the same moves tonight that he did at Daytona. And while I talked to several drivers, and everyone's the big question is on everyone's mind tonight, with Talladega being a lot more grippier than Daytona, a lot wider. Where is the right place to be on the final lap? The popular place seems to be second or third place on the outside with one to go. The least popular being the leader.
Thank you, Workman.
And we've seen that before. Leaders getting jumped at the last second.
And we'll probably see it again tonight. Starting grid here,
All
Trace.
right.
Let's run through.
I'll take the top 10. You can have the back half. Here we go. Starting on the pole in the Moon Vision number 01, Travis Brown with the fastest time tonight. Outside of him, in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, in the 23, it is Justin Champagne running a special tribute scheme tonight. Behind them, in the 39 for the What If Racing YouTube channel, that would be What If Racing, Brian Pasternak. Outside of them, in the Apex Visuals, number 77, it is Drive Through, Davin Cornelius. Behind them in 5th place, Dale Reynolds. He's a pepper, driving the 27. Outside of him, the Ben Crazy, number 53, driven by the Ben Crazy Ben Easterday. I'm trying to back through my pack here. And behind them it is Kyle Cuthbertson in the 91. We'll start, where am I? 7th on the grid. Then it is Rhino in the big pink, number 30. We'll start in 8th place. In 9th, one of the Canadians, another Canadian on the grid. In the 24, it is Gary Owen. And then outside of him, to round out the top 10, is the 59, Rusty Walters.
And he's, of course, driving the scheme that Noah Gregson will drive in the Daytona 500, the 62 Pure Motorsports car, except the numbers are flipped upside down, so they say 59. Next row, it's Keenan the Kia Kusan in the 03 car on his outside, the 41 Jake Baskinger. His internet is alive and well, and he should be good to go. Todd Cleaver, or also known as Dylan Jacobs or KG in the 06, he starts in 13th with Michael Cozy Jr. choosing not to qualify. He starts in 14th. The rest of the field not qualifying, not putting down a time. Michael Frisch 15th, Cosmin Ionescu 16th, 17th. Raja Karuth in the 13. That's a new name. We'll get to that in a bit. Jonathan Cadell in the 68 starts in 18th. 19th, Trey Norwile, the guy that won at Daytona, Raw Gator. 20th, Sloppy Joe. 21st, Lowell. 22nd, Ed Soundhead. 23rd, Noah Sweet. Rounding out the order. Field coming through the Tri-Oval. Boy, are we glad to have you along for the ride here from Talladega. Field comes through the Tri-Oval, waiting for the green flag. And it's time to go racing from Talladega. Green flag is now in the air, and off we go.
And Ben Easterday from the 3rd row, already looking to make a jump on David Cornelius. Got an amazing start right there in that 53, but he might be hung out to dry here on the outside. Through 1 and 2, here they go, side by side. Moonhead with the preferred line on the inside and the drafting help. Drive through, desperately trying to push Champagne out ahead of him. Right behind them, they're 3 wide for 3rd place.
They're already starting to try a third line here. You've got Champagne in the middle, Ben up top, and it is just a cluster of cars here at the front. A lot of guys staying back early on here, taking their time. And then you got Easterday just saying go, go, go up on the outside.
Easterday trying to establish the outside lane early. It looks like the people going to benefit the most, though, is going to be Cosmin Ionescu in the 84, being pushed by Plenty of Frisch right behind them as they have now made gains, and they are now moving, trying to make a move to the lead.
Again, you got to be careful when you're pushing. We talked about it already. You push too hard, you pick the rear tires up off the ground in the car in front of you. They're going to go for a slide and probably take at least half a dozen cars with you. Travis Brown, no, Justin Champagne leads the first lap, chops the nose of the 01 going down into turn 1.
And now the 77 of Drive Through has been left hung out to dry. Ooh, Moonhead sparking on the bottom there. That could be dangerous. And he has now picked up Keenan in the 03 through the middle that is Drive Through. And is keeping it pretty tight here. Side by side through the first 2 lanes.
3 by 3, first 2 rows, and Frisch is up there trying to give the 84 of Cosmin everything he's got through 3 and 4.
I think those guys are going to need to pick up some more drafting help if they're going to be making a run to the front, but they are making it work so far. Still in the mix, and that's where you want to be.
They've got Rusty lurking around back there. Looks like he's just trying to hold back and not get his feet too dirty too early on, as at the line, DT did lead that lap barely. That's a bonus point. You got to remember that. Back to 1.
By 4 1,000ths of a second across the stripe that time. But I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight. The jostling and the jockeying for the positions, especially as we come to the end of the stages and the end of the race. We're going to see these tight margins coming across the line.
Stages didn't go over that, but it's 20, 20, and 30. So at lap 20, we'll get the first stage caution. Lap 40, the second stage caution, and then we're full on to the end of the race.
And I'll tell you what, this outside lane has picked up 2 more drafting help. Ben Easterday has finally had some people help him up top, and Rusty's now a part of it, and it looks like they can make a charge here for the front.
And that middle line's kind of evaporated now. It's only Drive Through and Kusan.
Yeah, Keenan and Drive Through playing the aggressive route. Still in the mix, however, despite that, and they get a run out of the tri-oval that you don't quite get on the bottom, but can't quite make it to the front, and Champagne will lead that lap.
Bottom line's typically key here at Talladega. But when you've got help on that outside, boy, you can pull a lot of momentum from up there.
Absolutely. Down the back we go. Looks like Cosman getting a great run out of turn 2 with the push from Frisch. He doesn't look like he's going to abandon his put draft help. Yes, there he goes.
See ya.
Drops 2 lanes of traffic to take the bottom away from Champagne. Cosman is near now your leader through 3 and 4.
Frisch is going to get abandoned. Easterday goes to the middle, and that's going to put him and Rusty Walrus together on that third line. We'll see if Frisch decides to go into that middle line or just stick with it up on the high side.
But I'll tell you what, Easterday got a great push on drive-through. He's going to deny Cosman the lead, and he's going to lead another lap, and Easterday's going to take second that time across the stripe.
Here comes Moonhead back now, second on the on that third line now.
Now, keep in mind, though, if a lot of these guys were abandoning their draft help, these guys will remember that as the race goes on, and wouldn't be surprised if, you see a little bit of revenge. Now, Easterday left the lone wolf down the middle.
Yeah, he's going to get hung in the middle. Looks like Champagne's going to go with him. What if thought about going somewhere, but Travis Brown might have the lead, and he does. That was close.
These guys are making double lane blocks through these turns, and that takes some guts.
Cody Workman's got an update on pit road. Workman, what you got?
Well, Jay, as you guys can see, top half of the field are really racing it up hard right now. But something else at the back half, they are taking it really conservative, single file. Jake, you talked about it earlier. A lot of wrecks, a lot of cautions back at Daytona. And remember, these guys only have one quick repair, so it looks like, especially these guys in the back half of the field, taking that in the mind and being very conservative early on.
Yeah, the back of the field currently consists of Noah Sweet, Ed Soundhead, Raw Gator, Joey Stone, and I can't see quite. I think that is Steel Horse.
Yeah, Jonathan Goodell back there. Frisch to the lead, and meanwhile, who's not playing conservative? The 99 of Michael Cozy Jr. He's cracked the top 10 after starting all the way in the back.
Would you expect anything else from the guy who has done so well, so consistently so far in core, Michael Cozy Jr., working his way up through the field? Not full into it yet, doesn't look like, because he's going to settle in up on that high side. Let these guys kind of get away, but and Frisch going to take the lead across the line.
He's got it, and now Easterday down to in that middle line. He's got What If with him. Here comes that 13 of Raja as well.
Yeah, was a name we haven't seen. We haven't seen him at all in core. Makes his debut today at Talladega. Now part of this middle line, making a move, and Frisch dives to the where's he going? Is he falling back? I think Frisch is falling back here. I think this is an intentional move.
Frisch is going to have enough.
Yeah, I think he got his points for leading the lap, and he is checking out there.
So Ben Easterday to the front.
Ooh, I can't tell if you guys are blinking out, or we got smoke coming up all over the place.
Whoa, man!
Front.
Oh, Travis up in the middle for the lead, and he's going to take it.
What If threw a block and a half on Travis. Travis recovered nicely to get a push from Caruth. They're going to go 1-2 across the stripe.
Oh, and Champagne! Woo! Oh, right up the middle.
Woo! If
he almost got into What If trying to clear him.
If there's a gap, Champagne will go for it. You got to respect the aggression and want to win, but he has not made a lot of friends so far this course season.
This front group has kind of broken apart now. But here comes now the 23 up the middle. Caruth trying to block.
It is Moonhead on the bottom. You have Caruth on the outside pushing Moonhead. You now have Drive-Thru and Easterday, 2 parts of the shrimp stable there. They're now numbered by cars up on the high side. However, that might not be necessarily a disadvantage as we come across the stripe.
And here comes Cozy, 3 wide on the outside with no help. We'll see how long that works out.
Does he have a nitrous button? I feel like Cozy's got a nitrous button.
He might.
They are Cozy looking, getting a little bit of help from Rusty Walrus in that cursed scheme. Travis blinking, it looks like, a little bit, perhaps.
Not on my screen.
Well, maybe I'm just blinking. I'm not even out there.
Travis Brown remains the leader. Coming up on 9 laps complete this time by.
We are 20. What are the stages?
20, 20, and 30. These guys have behaved thus far. Frisch is now back into the picture. Here he is 3 wide on the outside with no help, and he's trying to go all the way to the lead.
Frisch, who parachuted on down the backstretch a couple laps ago, now up back in the mix. Interesting strategy there. I wonder if you fell back to let these guys maybe wreck But they didn't do that, so here he is back up trying to get positioned as we come closer to the end of the stage.
And now he's got his buddy Cozy right on his back bumper down the back straightaway. 3 wide for the lead. Raja in the middle with Travis Brown on the bottom.
Through 3 and 4, 3 by 3 for the top 9 spots on the grid. Moonhead leads them out of 4. But I think the outside lane's got the run here. Carruth down through the middle, getting a push by Champagne, who's getting a push by What If. But you've got Cozy pushing Frisch on the outside. It's anybody's race coming across the stripe.
Frisch
will take...
barely. Still with the run, and you got Rusty joining him as well, back to 1. Three by 3 by 3. 9 cars under a blanket off of 2.
Down the back they go. Clean racing so far. This is standard for issue for the core. We go clean for the first stage, and that's when all hell breaks loose.
We made it halfway through stage 1. Here comes Raja down to the middle. Down to the bottom.
A dangerous block to throw heading into the third. That's going to have to lift. The entire inside probably going to have to lift. That's going to leave What If and Champagne through the middle. They're going to make it. They're going to contest as they come through the tri-oval, but it looks like the inside line has got the stronger run.
Cozy's backing out of it. He's had enough. Halfway through the stage.
You get one fast repair here in the course, so you don't want to waste it in a turn. You don't want to get wrecked in the first stage and then have to use it already.
Well, that's why I was surprised. That's why I was surprised he drove up all the way to the front right out of the gate, considering he only has one fast repair. He still needs to try and keep a hold of that championship. Back downstairs to Workman.
Well, guys, to be able to win some of these restrictor plate races, you've got to have help. And we've been seeing a lot of these alliances form over the course of the season. One of those alliances are at the very back of this second pack. Sloppy Joe and the Daytona winner, Raw Gator, they are very content on just riding back there for stage 1 and stage 2. They did that at Daytona, held on to those fast repairs until the very end, and that paid off at least for the 85 of Gator, for them to be very conservative early on, and they get up there towards the end. Another pair that we saw for him also was Shieldhouse. I don't believe he's in this race tonight, but also when they owned the shoe, a lot of guys wanted to work with that 84 car. We'll see some more alliances shape up during the course of this race.
And I don't want to cut you off too quick there, Workman. I wanted to let you finish. They were 4 wide coming out of 4.
I put my hands on my head like, oh my God, they're not going to make it. But they made it.
They did. They certainly made it. And
Frisch put the pedal down and stayed with Champagne. What If took the spot as well, and Cozy just backed out of that door as soon as he opened it.
The aggression is certainly turned up to 11 here, Talladega tonight. And these guys, whoo, buddy.
And this is first stage.
Yeah, this is the first stage. I imagine by like stage 2 they'll be wrecking each other doing this stuff.
That's kind of what I'm worried about. Yeah.
Cozy now on the bumper of What If racing up top. First by his Lonesome. It's a battle for 5th place right now.
And here comes Moonhead now to the middle. You got What If on the outside. You got a little squirrely there with help from Cozy. And KG up there as well in the 06 car.
Yeah, KG running. I believe that's a Greg Biff full posted screen. I don't know if they actually know.
It was, but it was also, that 06 scheme was actually used by David Reagan in 2006 as well as Todd Cleaver. Both in Cup and Xfinity back in the day. So there's your useless NASCAR knowledge for tonight. As we've got 6 laps to go in stage 1. Here comes Raja with a run out of nowhere. Right to the back bumper of Frisch.
He almost pushed Frisch right to the lead on that lap, but it looks like Travis is going to take the lead across the stripe. And what a run by Carruth there. I'm impressed with it so far by the 13. I don't know if he's more of a plate ringer or what, but so far he's impressed in that car. They are 3 by 3 for the top 6 spots. It looks like the bottom line here is starting to fade away.
Here comes What If.
What If racing?
And he clears him.
Woo! Woo!
What If to the front, but here comes Frisch looking down to the inside.
That was dangerous. I think that backed up the whole inside line. Oh my God. What If looking to get the lead, looking to take this. I don't know if he led a lap yet so far, but he looked to get those bonus points. Is he going to take that 39?
He's going to get it.
That's right, Oval.
5 to go on the stage.
And What If will get that? Will get those bonus points. Not to be denied in that 39. Struggles up and down so far this season. What If Racing has. Had not a great run at Phoenix in the Fall Brawl. Ran pretty solid plate races, but getting better, improving, and up there running with these guys right now.
And these guys are all over each other here at the front between Carruth and Pasternak.
Yeah, Carruth is ruthless. I wonder if Champagne found his partner here as they two guys very aggressive, very clean. I got to give it to them on that. So at least Carruth has been. Champagne made a couple questionable blocks, but no harm, no foul, I guess.
Nobody's died at the hands of anybody yet.
Guys, be keeping an eye here off extra turn 4 the next lap or two. Remember, pits close once the leader takes 2 to go, but this track is big enough if you're close enough to the leaders, and if you can time it right, you can come down pit road and make your pit stop now instead of under caution.
That is indeed true. I wonder if anybody will try the undercut towards the back of the pack here as we're heading to the end of stage 1 and into stage 2.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be up there, competing for the stage win, I wonder if you'll try to make the move here and put yourself in position to be leading when the start of stage 2.
This will be the second to last time they can do that. They got one more chance after this to come onto pit road if they want to. Doesn't look like anybody's going to take advantage of that for the moment. Lowell is blinking around like crazy. Can't even follow him. So issues for him back up front to the leaders. 3 to go. Here's Lowell. Lowell is 7 seconds behind the rest of the pack.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on there.
He was blinking around a lot.
Maybe we can send Workman down to his pit and find out what's going on. If it's not too much of a hassle, that is. That's always my biggest fear when we talk to drivers sometimes, is that they're in the middle of being angry, and then I just make them more angry,
Oh, Champagne shoves it up the middle.
Champagne,
and here comes Travis.
They are 4 wide.
4 wide for the lead.
Oh, this cannot be good.
Point.
No, okay. Oh my God, Travis throws a block on Champagne. What a block!
To the bottom.
Through the middle. Couldn't quite get to the bottom there, but wow. I don't know how we made it through that. I don't know how we made it through that.
Doesn't look like anybody's coming. Everybody's staying out. 2 to go in stage 1. Here comes Carruth now with Cosman on the outside. 3 wide again.
2 by 3 by 3. This top 10 has been tight all day. We've seen a lot of different drivers drive through now up a part of this as well. He fell back a little bit towards the start of the stage. Is now up here.
Pepper. Here comes Dale Reynolds as well on the bottom. Easter Day back in the picture.
Dale the Pepper Reynolds up the bottom, following along.
Still 3 wide for the lead. Carruth on the high side. What if on the bottom? Travis Brown in the middle.
And these boys are putting on a show.
This time by, we'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go in stage 1. Here comes Cozy up the middle.
Cozy looking to make himself known here towards the end of the stage. Vintage Cozy. Always, by vintage, I mean pretty regularly. Pretty modern Cozy, too. You got to be up towards the front. Anyway, they're 3 wide through 1.
Cozy to the bottom now. Travis Brown led that lap. Will he lead the next one? He'll get the points if he does.
Give it the props to the 39 of What If hasn't been around, missed the past couple weeks, showing up here, competing for the win. They're coming down the backstretch for the last time in stage 1.
What If with a good run on the bottom. We'll see if Raja can put up anything on the high side.
3 by 3, that middle line has been dangerous. Keep an eye on it. Travis Brown with a push from Champagne, who is not afraid to give him that shove if he needs it. Off the high side, Carruth gets a great run. They're heading into the tri-oval. Frisch with a push on What If.
Raja with the run. Oh, Moonhead gets turned! Raja's going to win the stage. Oh, in more trouble. Oh, Noah Sweet clobbers him. And more trouble.
Soundhead involved.
Soundhead is all torn up. He had one car on his roof, or on his hood. It was the 91 of Kyle Cuthbertson. And Wheat Crash coming to the stage caution. So this is our stage caution, and it's the first one on the night. Let's take a look.
A lot of different angles
what happened.
For this. I think Travis just thought he was clear. He was not. And the rest of these guys just get caught in the bottle up.
So coming off of 4 from the middle line. Go down to the inside, and he just isn't clear of that 39. We'll see if we can get it from that angle. Barely. I mean, inches. He wasn't clear. Gets it down to the bottom. Slams on the brakes. KG misses it. And, Cuthbertson caught him. Got up into... Oh, man.
Yeah, Gary Owen took a hard lick there.
Gary Owen got involved, and then Sweet clobbered him, as well as Ed Soundhead. Going to go on board with the 7 car of Noah Sweet. That's going to probably be his fast repair with the amount of damage he has. Pit stops going on right now, and Cody has an update on Lowell. What you got?
Yeah, it is, in fact, internet issues. He says he's having... There's nothing wrong with him streaming. There's nothing wrong with anything else, any other internet connections that he has going on, except for specifically iRacing. So he's going to shut down his stream. He's going to look at other internet connections that he personally has, try to turn those off so we can have a better connection for iRacing. And as far as we'll try to get to who is all going to use their fast repair and who is not. But the real shame about this, guys, is that a lot of those guys who got involved are all the guys who were waiting around in the back, trying to keep from using those fast repairs and getting in those wrecks. So this goes to show you that even though you could be riding single file and about a car length or two between you and the guy in front of or behind you, there really is no safe place at this racetrack.
Indeed, there is not. That is the gamble. You just better your odds of not being involved in a wreck by hiding around in the back, but it's never a 0% chance. And unfortunate to see it there at the end. And I saw a couple guys miss their boxes. Caruth missed his. I saw Sloppy slid through his as well. I didn't see anybody else, but a couple people missed their boxes as we come through here. Come through the pit stops.
Well, they backed up to get to him. Considering they're both still on pit road. Justin Champagne is your race leader, and Rusty Walrus is in second. Why don't we talk to the man driving the 59 here while we're under this stage break?
Sure. Rusty Walrus, how you doing, my man?
Hey, not bad. Can't complain. Some fun racing out there. Those guys are insane. A lot of big runs. Travis, I think, might be the show of the putting on the biggest show out there. He's insane, putting 4 wide, going to the lead multiple times. A lot of fun to watch. I feel like, hey, a little bit of insider knowledge. I feel like Cozy might be hanging back right now, kind of biding his time, but he's got a hot rod, obviously. So keep an eye on that 99.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about how the stage racing. You got a good view of it. You're up there pushing some guys on that high side. What's working out so far for you?
For me, my goal is just kind of bringing home clean. So I would kind of practice the high side a little bit because that's where the runs mostly were. They're all kind of stacked up on the bottom. So I would just get some practice running 3 wide up high with Cozy and Frisch, just to see if I could just to see if I could make it work, because I don't have any experience up there and I have no idea what I'm doing. So just some early race experience, saving it hopefully for later. But yeah, a lot of guys are just taking it. I don't want to say they're taking it easy, but there's a lot of give and take out there right now.
Well, you saw the wreck happen in front of you. That minor big one at the end of the stage there. What happened from your angle?
I couldn't even see it. I was coming through the trial on the high side, and I was thinking about putting it 4 wide up top, just to put it 4 wide up top. And I heard Travis got spun, but I couldn't see a single thing. So I think it was just hard racing, trying to get the stage point from what I understand. But yeah, just 3. It was 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 back there to the finish.
Are you going to be playing it conservative at all, or are you going to keep trying to make these runs and see what works?
I'm going to try to get as much TV time as I can right now. Maybe take the lead my first ever lap in the core league, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, I just want to keep this thing clean till stage 3.
All right, my man. Well, thank you so much for coming up and talk to us, and we will chat with you after.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Rusty Walrus, driver of the 59, the cursed 59, and that.
I need to figure out where the hell he was in Discord. Going to drag him in. So, half a lap to green. Justin Champagne won this stage. He's not in Discord, so we can't talk to him. At least I think Champagne won this stage.
I thought Roger got this. I think
Roger
Roger
won this. I guess it was Roger then.
Yeah, we'll pull him up when we get a moment. We're about to go.
When we get a moment, yeah.
Yeah.
That should, yeah, okay. So it was Raja that won stage 1. We'll talk to him the next chance we get, whether that's the end of stage 2 or at some point during this stage is
We will talk to Raja, and we will ask the burning questions in chat of where is he from, because I do not know.
we've got we'll have 17 laps left in the stage when we get the restart, because we're coming to green this time by.
Pace truck makes the left-hand turn. The long, awkward left-hand turn.
And remember that, I gotta say it, remember that start-finish line is all the way down towards turn number 1, so they gotta go all the way through the tri-oval before they can even think about hitting the gas to get us back under green flag condition. So here we come. Looks like we're speeding up a little bit and half the pack's not ready for it. And green flag.
Green flag is looks like Rusty and Justin Champagne were about a car length ahead of second and third there. They're both racing to the green. And interested to see what Rusty does here in that 59. Hurt him a little bit.
Here comes drive-through with an incredible run. Remember, there is no yellow line rule. They can use the apron. We'll see if they use it here. You see some guys using it to their disadvantage just to get out of the way, but they can pass under the yellow line here on the racetrack.
And here they are already going 3 by 3 by 3 as Travis Brown looks up to the top side. He's going to bring KG with him, maybe. And they are side by side for the lead. Rusty's going to fall back a little bit. He's got Dale Reynolds for push. He's got picked up KG as well. As the bottom side is Champagne, Drive-Through, and Easter Day. Who's going to get the lead across the line?
Looks like it's going to be Champagne here, barring a last-minute shot from Rusty. Coming to the flag, coming to the line. It'll be Champagne by a nose.
Champagne by a nose, looking at Iowa, pulling for Rusty to get that point. Really am. Would love to see the Heat guy get that.
Here comes the 0-1 on the outside, 3 wide.
And Cozy and Moonhead have hooked up. Everybody look out. These two are dangerous in super speedway conditions.
And Moonhead's going to go to the middle, already leaving his buddy.
Woo! And they're throwing blocks left and right in the back here. Frisch and Caruth are going up and down the track. Pick a lane, guys. Come on. What is it, rush hour? Would like to, and we got confirmed fast repairs used from the last, from the caution would be Moonhead, Lefty, and Ed Soundhead. Cuthbertson likely took one, but it is unconfirmed. Thank you, Berkman, for that.
Sounds good. Back to 1.
And Cozy, I guess, got up there to push Travis to the front and has now just been like, just kind of hang out back here now. But bottom side working out real well. They're not as tight as they were in the first stage, but we still have a lot of laps left still to go. So we'll see how this works out for these guys.
They're kind of just hanging around right now. They're not really going as 3 wide as they were before.
I wonder if they're aware of stereotype of they're going to wreck a lot.
Maybe. Now, one thing I want to say here is, remember last week I teased that there would be a little bit of a teaser to next week with the throwback race from North Wilkesboro. We'll be having special graphics and everything like that next week. Next Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday next week. And I think we're going to tease a little bit of that here now since things have calmed down. And so, for the first time this course season, it is time to crank it up. Reynolds got turned around. Oh, he saved it. I can't believe he hung onto that race car. We'll crank it down now. Holy crap. Oh, and he's going to turn Kusan into Cosman.
They're still wrecking. Guys.
The caution's not out yet. Now it's out. Keenan Kusan's car is all torn up. He got collected by Dale Reynolds. You saw it there. We were on board with Raja, and he got into the 27 and turned him sideways.
Just hooked him.
The caution's out for the second time tonight.
Not sure where Dale was going there.
Go back.
Oh, Cosman again involved in somebody else's mess.
It all started here with the 27. So they're 3 wide. Raja tries to make it 4 wide. And Dale, trying to stay in line with the 01, doesn't know he's there. Drive-through got a piece of it. He spun down to the flat. He's got a lot of damage. There was no caution from that. Everybody else avoided the 77. Dale kept on going, and now here they are coming off of turn 2. He's doing all right. He's having a grand old time coming down the back straightaway here. And he comes up the racetrack and turns right and turns the 03 of Keenan Kusan around into Cosman, who had nowhere to go. None of the drivers involved have used their fast repairs yet. Shot to the inside wall for Cosman. The 03 also hit the inside wall, and we're going to go on board through all of that with the 27 of Dale Reynolds here in a moment, once I get everything set up. Here we go. This is from the back bumper. Well, there you got it. Here we are now on pit road. We did have 6 cars stay out, which is going to put a wrinkle in things here.
Moonhead, Champagne, Easter Day, Pasternak, and KG as well.
And Lowell.
And Lowell. Hi, Lowell. How you doing?
6 stay out.
So we have
Keenan.
Some foul being cried by the chat here. Potentially that might have been intentional, but I'm not so sure. I don't think Dale is that kind of guy. But why don't we ask him?
Well, we can talk to him, and then we can talk to Raja as well. Both for the stage win and the crash.
Raja's currently deafened. So
well, let's talk to Dale first, and then we'll go to Raja when he comes back.
Bring him up here. Dale, how you doing?
I could be better.
Yeah, I don't want to sound a little condescending, but you probably could. Talk us through what happened. It looks like you got down into drive-through in a 1 and 4, but what happened on the backstretch? We're trying to figure that out still.
Yeah, that's just me. The toe was knocked out of my car, and I know everybody's just trying to drive around me, and kind of like what they're talking about with when you're a runner and you kind of pass the checker flag and you kind of you just let go. Well, that's kind of what happened. I was just kind of trying to drive it straight and. Unfortunately, tagged Keenan. I apologize for that. Toe was knocked out of the car and just trying to drive as straight as possible, trying to keep it straight, trying not to hit anybody, and ended up hitting somebody.
Oh yeah, you flapped drive-through pretty good there in the turn. Was that a racing deal or what happened there?
Yeah, I was just following Travis. I was having fun following Travis there, and we were pushing him up to the lead there. And I have no idea what happened behind me. They decided they're going to go 4 wide when they couldn't fit it. They tried to fit a 18-foot car into an 8-foot hole and just caught me in the left rear quarter and knocked me down, and it was on from there.
Well, you haven't used your fast repair yet. You gonna use that now, or is that the plan, or what's your deal for the rest of the stage?
He's about to get lapped.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting lapped right now. I'm trying to use my. I'm just going to try and fix it right here as much as possible. I want to hold on to that for the end because I know that there's no way it's going to go green from here on out.
It's probably a safe bet. Well, good luck the rest of the way, my man, and get that toe knocked back in.
Thank you very much.
So now we know that crank it up jinxes the core, apparently. We might try it again in that third stage if we can make it that long. Still waiting on Raja to unmute.
It seems like a bit of a racing deal, really.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I wish Keenan was still around so I could just ask him, but not currently not in the Discord.
Oh yeah, what the heck?
He was here at the beginning. I was going to ask him if he wanted to be our
Keenan going? Whatever.
in-race reporter. So if anybody is in Keenan's stream, if you can go over there and pester him, that'd be great. Even if he doesn't come back over here, just And we got about half a lap left before we go green. Let's bring the victim of circumstance up here real quick. Drive through. Welcome back up to the booth. We got about half a lap here. Look like a victim of somebody else's mess. What happened there, man?
I can't tell you much. I'm sorry about that.
That sounds good.
I'm trying to get the broadcast open to look at what the hell happened because I'm driving, minding my own business in the bottom, and I got doors slammed, spun around, my car's all broken.
Well, looks like Keenan was involved in the second half of that. But from what we've talked to Dale about, he just got hooked on the bumper and just came down. You were just there.
Yeah, it looked like Dale was following Travis in line, and Raja tried to stick his nose in between Dale and the car on the inside, but there wasn't room.
That makes sense.
And
Dale, Raja apologized to me.
Yeah, Dale was just following Travis, came down just a little bit, because Travis came down a little bit, Raja's nose was there, and that got him sideways and down into you.
That's about the way the past 5 or so races have been going for us.
Well, you're about to go green again. Good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we'll talk to you before this thing's over.
Yeah, hopefully.
That is one Davin Cornelius, driver of the 77, sponsored by Apex Visuals this week.
Here we go. Getting ready for the restart. We're going to have 8 to go in stage 2. Green flag.
And already off the start, What If does not get a good jump. Can't give Champagne much of a push heading down in that turn 1, so that looks like the bottom line is going to hook up. Give Travis the advantage, and it does. Through 1 and 2, everybody kind of sorting themselves out side by side most of the way through.
My question here at this point is, can they just survive and get to the end of this stage without dying? That's going to be the key question, but I wouldn't bet any money on that right now.
I'm not entirely sure. But
you gotta remember, some of these guys are on older tires. Not by much, but it does make a difference with handling. Maybe not speed, but, as these tires get older, they've got less grip. They can't move around as much. Blocks get later. These guys get slippy and slidey on this racetrack, and that's going to be key as we get late into the stage, because you got guys like Raja and Cozy who are on fresh tires racing up here with these guys. This top 5 all on old tires right now, plus the 25 Alul. And Raja's all over the place right now on that top side.
As you can, it looks hungry in that 13, which, so he's won a stage in his debut race, so of course he's looking to probably wrap this thing up. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the speed difference is on new tires. But like you said, one bad bump on old tires and your car's around. So I also didn't get a chance to shout out Davin for holding on to that 77 in that last wreck before we went green again. So maybe we'll catch that on the replay of the broadcast. But shout out to him for that. A lot of skill, I have to say, there's a lot of skill on display here at these tracks and these races here in the core. A lot of different guys from different disciplines. Some of these guys are streamers, some of these guys are YouTubers, some of these guys race in the Heat Pro League. And you see just a lot of talent, a lot of skill out here, and I love to see it every week.
And they're showing that right now by going 3x3 for the lead with 6 to go in the stage.
Absolutely. Framed it nicely.
Yep. Here they come down the back straightaway. Luol just picking the rear tires up off the ground on that 13 of Raja.
Trying to get him clear and maybe get himself a run as well, but it looks like Raja's looking to ditch him as well.
Well, he tried, but here comes Champagne with a burst of speed up the middle with Cozy. I just saw Cadell get the hell out of town there because he saw what was in his windshield. He's like, yeah, I better not. So he's packed up. He's going to the back of the field. It's 5 to go here in the stage at start-finish.
And it looked like Luol gave Raja a great run off the outside there, but got loose heading into the turn, lost his draft, and Cozy picked up Champagne and shoved him ahead of him and couldn't clear him. Now he's stuck back there on the outside looking in.
Oh, Travis is going to get turned. Oh, Raja around. He's in the wall. They saved it, but the caution's out. Raja up in the outside wall right in front of drive-through, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get this thing restarted for the second stage.
I don't know.
Here's how it started. No, I don't want what if. Okay, here we go.
Chain reaction, it looked like.
Yeah, so now we're way too far back. So let me fast forward. All right. Kind of, sort of. All right, here they go through turn 1 on the replay. He's got Ben right behind him. And it looks like Ben's going to get a big run. He's going to hit him not entirely square. The 0-1 coming down the racetrack as he hit him. That got him sideways. Champagne just went up the racetrack and put Raja on the wall. Cozy and Frisch and What If all made contact. They were able to survive. His fenders went flying. And then the 13 of Raja wound up in the outside wall. Nobody else hit him, but he's going to have a lot of suspension damage. That is the end of the stage. And Justin Champagne is going to pick up the stage win.
And looked like look at another move. These guys looked like Champagne was moving up because he was afraid that Moonhead was about to come back up the track and clean out everybody. Yeah. And just everybody was too close.
What a save by Moonhead, though, down on the flat. Kept it out of the grass. That really saved him. Sliding it on the apron. He misses it. Everybody else dive to the apron to try and avoid Raja up at the top of the track. We'll go on board with the 0-1. Maybe if I can learn how to use OBS properly. Or not OBS. What is this? ATVL? Here we go. On board with Travis. What a ride. And he's on pit road right now. Keenan Kusan stays out and will be your race leader here for this third and final stage. And, yeah, how about that? So these guys are still going to have to make a pit stop here in this last stage. We're going to be close to 40 laps. Champagne is indeed in the Discord. I'm going to pull him up. See if we can talk to him. If he's not around, I'm sure there's somebody else we can talk to. Justin Champagne, are you there? Are you with us?
10-4, got a copy?
All right. How about that second stage win? The caution helped you out, there's no doubt about it, but you've still been all over this racetrack, up at the front all night, 2 wide, 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide. You've got a front row seat to just about everything that's happened.
Yeah, this racing is it's crazy. It got my heart beating. And it's nerve-wracking. You know, the cars aren't stable, so I'm trying my best.
Well, looks like you're making some friends out there, making some great moves. You picked up Cozy there towards the end of the stage, and the car looks great as well. A special scheme for today. Anything that you're looking to accomplish here in the third stage?
I'm looking to win, man. I need a win. You know, I came so close a lot of times, and I just need a win, especially with this paint scheme.
Yeah, that would look to be a good car to put in victory lane tonight.
Sure.
Anything else? Anything else you're looking? Anybody you're working with specifically? Any cars you're looking to hook up with here in the last stage?
Moonhead, he's pretty fast. I think me and him are going to be the class of the field, kind of. So if we work together, we could probably get a 1-2 finish.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we'll talk to you in victory lane after this thing's all over.
10-4, thank you.
That's nice.
Yeah. New toys with the Stream Deck and everything, and I still can't run this show properly. There we go.
And we've got an update. That was Justin Champagne, driver of the 23, driving the special MLK Junior paint scheme today. And we have Cody Workman with update.
Guys, we're going to be going back with racing with about 30 laps to go. That means that these guys will all have to make one more pit stop before the end of this race. And Keaton Kustan, that's not a bad strategy call by him at all. Remember, he was involved in that second caution, and he had to come down pit road and get that car repaired. But because of what he made that pit stop, he'll be able to make it on just one more. Actually, I think he's on pit road right now. So forget that strategy call. Maybe he just wanted to be one of those cars pitting last so he'd start at the back, which, as we've seen so far, these guys in front have been getting pretty chaotic here, especially at the end of that stage 2. But yeah, everybody's got to make one more pit stop. The question is if it's going to be under green or under a caution.
And it's certainly going to be a matter of strategy, I assume. These guys leading up in the pack here, Cozy, Champagne, Easterday, What If even, Moonhead, those guys up here have been fast up front all day. As soon as one of them goes, I think they'll all go. Because you want to stay with the pack of the guys that you're going fast with. You don't want to lose that draft either and be left out there on your lonesome, because these cars are not very fast by themselves on a track like this. So...
Well, here's what I picked up from the practice race last night. I actually got out on the racetrack last night, and boy, do I regret it immensely. I killed Louisville at one point, but the first caution of the night came around 7 laps in, I believe, just around that point. It was before the halfway point. We only ran 30 laps last night. We pitted then, and we did not need to pit again. For the rest of the race. Realistically, we were close from that point. It was borderline on whether you could make it. Another caution came out. Most people pitted. Some others decided to stay out, and we all still made it to the end without a problem. So we'll just have to see when these cautions fall and who it helps and who it may not.
And trying to see Cuthbertson back up into the conversation here, sitting in the back half of the top 10.
And Dale Reynolds, he's back on the lead lap now after going a lap down after the crash earlier in stage 2. So it's going to be Justin Champagne who picks the outside line on the restart, and Michael Cozy Jr. on the bottom. Actually, I think Cozy won the race off pit road, now that I think about it. So Cozy will lead us down to the green flag for the third and final stage. 31 laps to go from Talladega. Green flag.
And off the jump again, What If Racing does not get a good jump on that outside lane. He's a whole car length back from Champagne, so he's going to lose that draft help, and that's going to give Easterday a chance to push him ahead of that 23 as they head into 1. Cozy, Easterday, Moonhead on the bottom, Champagne, What If, Lowell on the outside, and Cuthbertson now trying to catch that bottom pack and add himself to the mix. A couple of these guys already dive into the apron saying, see you later. I'll be back for the back half of the stage. Maybe. What if the inexperience showed a little bit on the restart so far for that 39? He started about a full car length back both times so far. Maybe playing it safe. Doesn't want to run anybody over. Doesn't want to be the cause of anybody's accidents, you know?
Here comes Champagne with the 39 helping him, and the 25. Here comes Cosman up the middle now.
Cosman, who was unfortunately involved in the Keenan wreck earlier on in the race in stage 2, now making himself a part of the conversation. He is riding currently in 6th place. One and 2, Cozy still leads. You've got Champagne outside of him. It looks like everybody's starting to shore up, and there goes Cosman to the high side. He's going to bring through with him. They're going to make it 3 wide.
If they can get any more help on that outside line. Headed for turn 3.
Trying to make it 3 by 3 by 3 right now. We're 1 by 2 by 2 by 3.
Counting is hard, right?
Yeah, well. That high side is not as fast as it could be if you don't get that draft help.
Here comes Lowell, 4 wide.
Oh.
And Raja there as well. What If is clear on that outside. Workman's got an update. What you got?
Just letting you know, guys, that are confirmed fast guys that have used fast repairs so far is Raj Karuth, Keenan Kustian, Gary Owens, Travis Brown, Noah Sweet, and Ed Soundhead. So those guys will definitely be careful for this last stage.
Justin Champagne's going to need a new pair of pants after that. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was I don't know how he wound up in the lead heading into 1, and I'm not sure quite how that happens. But he's got to be enjoying seeing who's in his rear mirror. Heard him mention that he likes the guys who are fast to team up with him, and then he's got Karuth to the outside, and he's got Cozy behind him. 2 of the faster guys that have shown their speed so far this race. They are getting hectic up here.
They've got to make it 28 more laps here from start finish, and Raja leads the lap.
They're not going to do that.
I know they're not, but I'm just saying that's what they're supposed to do.
It's more a matter of if. It's more a matter of when than if, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a feeling we will not see green flag pit stops at all tonight.
I'll say that outside lane is looking stronger than the inside so far. They were short together, but now they're starting to scramble, starting to split up, starting to make a 3x3 again.
Cosman with help from Rusty on the outside, and Travis Brown back into the picture.
Getting the kind of visuals that NASCAR wish you could get in real life right here on ORN as they are pack racing here in Talladega.
Comes Cozy to the top. He's had enough.
Looking to try to get around Champagne, get back to the lead. Through the tri-oval across the line, it's going to be Cozy. Cozy, Champagne, Carruth, Easterday, and I think drive-through Edgedale Cuthbertson for 5th. That bottom line is the top side line is looking tighter. Cosman switching lines on him right now. The bottom line gets the better run out of 1 and 2. And then there's Rusty Walrus hanging out by himself, hoping somebody will come up.
Yeah, well, and I think that may be a strategy play on him as well. Just go to the top, get out of the way, let him wreck, and then swoop in and take it away.
Yeah, you heard him mention it, that he was trying to get more experience running that top side. But he was getting it there. Had to go through several rows of people. Excuse me as I hiccup. And Champagne with a push from Easterday now. He's going to lead the lap.
26 laps to go. And now it looks like Champagne's trying to do the Dale Jr., block 7 lines at once, and it almost cost him there as Easterday was peeking out.
Ben has been quietly riding around in the top 5 and towards the top half of the top 10.
How about that 77? Drive-through, leading the outside line. He didn't even use his fast repair after the damage, and here he is fighting for the lead.
It's just things, momentum can change so quickly for all of these drivers. Drive-through now looking to make himself, position himself to be there at the end of this thing, and he's still got that fast repair in the back pocket. Should anything go catastrophically wrong, like it most certainly will.
Yep.
Like I was saying, Easterday has been quietly riding around on that bottom lane.
Wide. So and Raja gets out of there. You got Sloppy up into the picture. Kyle Cuthbertson up there. And now it's kind of all by his lonesome there, the 99 of Cozy, but he's got Travis Brown now coming.
In the middle. Here comes his teammate Moonhead, though. Looking to come up the middle as drive-through throws the pinch. Get a little bit of that side draft going on. The person loving this right now, Justin Champagne.
Yeah. But maybe not for long, because he's got the 99 and the 01 teamed up on his outside.
3 by 3. Oh, Rusty's in the wall.
Yeah, Rusty up in the wall. Get it down.
Get out of harm's way.
Come on, Rusty, get it down.
He's keeping it up there to get out of harm's way.
He's going to go all the way to the back. Back up front. Cozy pulling then just about even.
It's going to be Cozy at the stripe.
Still not clear down low.
Not sure he will abandon his teammate either to go down low, although, actually I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I don't know why I keep saying that.
Workman's got an update. Workman's got an update on Ben. What you got?
Trace, you were just talking about Ben Easterday into 53. For as much as we've been talking about Michael Cozy and drive-through up there being 1-2 in the points, Easterday, he's sitting in a solid 3rd place, but he's got to have a good night tonight. He's currently sitting 44 points behind Michael Cozy. He's got to be within that amount by the end of this race if he wants to have any sort of mathematical chance to win this championship.
And he is certainly putting himself in the right position to do so. It's been up there all day.
But the problem is the 2 guys in front of him in the points are currently in front of him on the racetrack. That's Cozy and drive-through.
Literally.
So he's having a good day. They're having an even better day.
But the shuffling has been insane. And I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up... look at him. 1, 2, and 3 in points, or 1, 2, and 3 wide.
The race summary shows 3 cautions for 4 laps, 27 lead changes at start-finish.
Hot damn.
We've done 47 laps.
How many more to go in this stage? You got, 13?
Well, we're going from here to the end, so 22 this time by Champagne with a big block on Cuthbertson. Here comes Lowell up the middle with Raja, and then you've got Ben just kind of stuck there by his lonesome. Lowell leads the lap, and Raja's going to clear the inside line going to 1. Raja going all the way to the front.
Raja's saying, hey, buddy, thanks. Hope you enjoy your lap lead points, but I'm going to take it from here.
I'll push you to the lead and then pass it once we get to the start-finish. That's another lead change down the back stretch.
And the first lap led for Lowell in that 25. I almost called him the 48, but that's his YouTube handle. Check him out. You want to see some? I believe some core
funny moments on YouTube. Yep.
I believe there's some core highlights on there, so be sure to check him out as well. We got a lap car up here. Dale Reynolds on the high side. Whoa. He's out of the way. You all right?
I didn't expect him to catch up to him so fast. Rusty lost the draft, so they might get to him. Or they decide to make green flag stops if they need to. Easterday fighting for the lead at the line. He's going to lead it.
Got it.
And here comes Moonhead all by himself on the outside, 3 wide.
I don't know if that was a momentum thing. I didn't quite catch it. Sometimes you got to jump up there just to get out to avoid running over the guy in front of you. We're keeping it, working it so far up there. We've seen that high side work
Here
quite a bit.
comes the 7 of Noah Sweet. Other than the accident, we haven't talked about him at all tonight. Go on board here with the 7 for just a moment.
Well, look how he's sideways to wrecking.
Oh, Cozy into the wall.
Oh, Cozy in the drive-through. The caution's going to be out here. That is
Easterday hangs on to it. Cozy and all 3 championship contenders with damage.
I didn't quite catch what happened there in the front, but it looked like Easterday were throwing blocks, and Easterday was just...
Easterday and Lowell made contact. Lowell picked the rear tires up off of the 25, and then he went up and hit the 99, put the 77 in the wall, and then Cozy bounced it off the wall.
And then
so it all started around that 25 car.
And I'll tell you what, Easterday doesn't have damage.
Go on board with the 99 of Cozy here. Goodness gracious.
That was you also have to add that is no damage on that 53. That was a masterful piece of driving through the grass here by that 53. Kept the car clean. So of those other guys, he's going to be the one making out pretty good.
And now, we can make it to the end on fuel as long as everybody pits here. Everybody behind the pace truck. And we'll see what happens.
All right, Cozy for sure is coming in. Not sure. Oh yeah, everybody's coming in. I was going to playing some mind games here, heading into pit road.
I had to think about it and see if anybody's brave enough out back to come onto pit road. Doesn't look like it. And
while we have a moment, let's
Dale Reynolds will stay out. He'll get his lap back.
I'll wait till these guys get in their boxes before I start talking to them. I don't want to throw off their box entries. And while we have a moment, while they're getting pit stopped, let me bring up Ben Easterday on the receiving end of a bumper tap.
Raja, 2 tires, I think. 2 tires at the most. Same with KG. They go to the front.
Ben Easterday on the receiving end of a bumper tap from Wool, who is coming up behind you on the pit road there. What happened, man?
Yeah, I called it out about half a lap there that he's going to turn me, and sure enough, there it was. I'm just glad I was able to save it, and that's good enough that nobody hit me from behind, no arc of brakes, so we're good to go.
That was a masterful piece of driving across the grass there, kept the car clean. Oddly enough, the top 3 championship contenders were the only ones involved in that accident, and you were the one that made it out the cleanest. So, beautiful piece of work. Do you think you can make yourself back up there and win this thing before it's over?
Of course, it's always a chance to get back up there, especially with we're probably going to have a lot more cautions here pretty soon. So people's going to get more aggressive, and just got to be able to avoid all the wrecks, which I'm pretty good at doing until I jinx myself right there.
Well, good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we'll talk to you before this thing's over.
All right, thank you so much.
Ben Easterday, driver of the 53. Do we want to talk to Lowell? Is Lowell even in
He should be somewhere.
He is down there with the spotter. I don't want to interrupt anything, so I feel weird about that.
We'll get a restart here with 17 laps to go. And from Workman, Cozy has used his faster pair. Drive-through still hanging on without it.
That is an interesting strategy call by Drive-through.
But how about the strategy up here at the front? The 13 and the 06 with a 6.5 second pit stop for each of them. I think that means they took fuel only. At most 2 tires.
That is a interesting move.
So they should be able to make it to the end either way.
Let me see if I can go back and check. See if I can get some kind of confirmation on what they took here. Well, Raja missed his box again by like an inch that time.
And he still wound up first off pit road.
And he fueled only. And the 06 was also fuel only. So interesting strategy play by these guys here towards the end. No tires. I'm not sure how much that's going to hamstring them. But it's hard to tell.
No tires hurts grip. There's no doubt about that.
Well, guys, think about this. For as many cautions that we saw at the end of the race at Daytona, could maybe being out front be the safest place to be? I mean, after all, there's no one really to wreck in front of you.
That is a good point. They can't wreck you if you're ahead of it, so could be a play here. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I don't know what the tire degradation feels like. I mean, like you said, Jake, you were here last night during the practice races, and you lost a lot of grip. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, we all took tires every time we go down, but just previous experience with plate tracks. The older the tires are, the less grip you're going to have, so when you're blocking, making moves, the car's going to be more out of control, and you're not going to be able to be as efficient as if you were on new tires. So, you know, these guys up here at the front, they're going to have to do a lot of blocking when they're out in front. You know, one wrong move, and you could wind up on your roof or go all the way to the back of the field and not be able to move your way back up because you're on those older tires. Now,
and the last... Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say the tire difference is only about 10 laps or so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But late in the race, if we don't get another caution and people don't pit again, I think it could have a pretty significant impact.
And another thing that's going to have a significant impact, the gruesome twosome. Cozy and Moonhead sitting right behind him.
17 laps to go on the restart, and I think it's another good time for us to do some core crank it up. 15 laps to go, and these guys are all over the place. It's Justin Champagne back out in front, getting pushed from Cosman. Friends, I don't know about friends, but they're working together right now for the win.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to win, and sometimes that means befriending your enemy. So, and look at this, Kanan back in the conversation after he's been around the back after that incident early on in the second stage. Now a part of this final pack, and here comes Frisch as well. A lot of these guys have just been kind of hanging out back there and now making the run for the front.
Cuthbert's in there as well. Ryan Burton starting to creep into the picture. Here comes the Silver Bullet, the 77 to drive through back up towards the front. Coming to 14 laps to go.
And KG and Raja both on the no tire fuel only strategy have been eaten up on that bottom line. I'm not sure if that's a product of. I don't think it's a product of tire degradation as it is just track position. Draft lines are just not as strong. And, these guys on the outside got around him and put Champagne back in front.
Oh man, KG got him a little bit through too.
Yeah, they are wobbling.
Oh, they are all over each other.
Kind of stuff you don't see in the modern sport anymore.
Well, at these tracks, yes, but typically they're at this point and then they start flipping.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Kind of, I do miss the old Gen 4 bodies they made just for better racing.
Yep. With the
I appreciate all the safety,
wicker bill on the hood and everything. Here comes Cosman to the front.
Cosman gonna
13 to
lead the
go.
lap. I don't know if he's done that yet, but he's gonna get the points if he didn't. Points if he already did.
Cosman has led a lap already. That was his second lap led tonight.
I'll tell you who's looking for a lap to lead. It's Keenan in the Kia there in the 03 on the bottom.
Yeah, Cosman put a big block on Frisch. Outside line had to check up. Here comes Lowell now up the middle with Travis.
Lowell giving Travis the good old fashioned.
And he's
hey, I'm gonna
as well.
The,
Huge run up the middle.
Getting out of dodge sometimes. Oh, Keenan caught the bottom of that line there. That could have been dangerous.
All over the back bumper of that one. 12 to go here at start-finish.
An update on Raw Gator has lost the draft.
Yeah, him and Dale are off on their own island, about 11 seconds behind the pack. And Rajan blinking a little bit.
Yeah, getting nervous. Lowell stuck up no man's land on the high side. Nobody went with him.
Not the time to be doing that, that's for sure.
No, blink. You don't want to be blinking in a super speedway race when you guys are this close together.
Yeah. Early in the race, you can at least recover like Lowell. Late in the race, you're in trouble. Travis Brown clear on the bottom. He takes the lead, coming to 11 laps to go.
And that's going to open up the run for East right here. He's going to get a push from Raja, who's been aggressive this whole race in his debut. Has a stage win to his name. Going to pull up behind the 53 and see what he can do. And that high side still persistent as always.
Everybody leading a pack right now has yet to win a race this season. The 01, the 53, the 77. So the chance that we get a first-time winner, pretty high tonight.
And drive-throughs come close a couple times. Been on that second step even. Just can't quite put that 77 victory in.
The entire top 10 has yet to win a race this year. The only thing close is Frisch, who won the All-Star race in that 58 car.
And Frisch, well, obviously going to want to prove that he can win the regular races as well, not just the All-Star and points, non-points paying events. Going to want to put it in victory lane, really, for posterity's sake. Wait, I thought...
Oh, drive-through! Saved it.
Woo! I thought Frisch won. Wait, didn't Frisch win? Did he win? Bristol?
Maybe? Yes, he won Bristol.
All right, well, I'm going to take back everything I said then.
10 laps to go, and the field is now split apart after that contact between drive-through and Lowell.
Lowell not making many
Cuthbertson, Jesus.
Cuthbertson all the way across the track.
Yeah, big block on Sloppy, and I don't think he lifted for it.
No, he did not. Got to be careful doing stuff like that. Some of these guys are not going to be as forgiving as they would have been earlier on in the race.
And the goal at this point should be to catch the pack. It shouldn't be to block for 15th place. It should be to get in line, shut up, and work to the front so you have a shot to win the race, not do stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, when I was watching these guys earlier on, when we had mentioned that we had some guys hanging around in the back, as they were shifting, they were going too wide, splitting back into single file, shuffling positions, and that's not how you run the back of the pack. You just got to stay single file and ride it out until the end of the stage, until you can make a move. Front two right now, Lul on the middle being pushed by Champagne, who thought better of it, then maybe not, then picks up the bottom row, who was being led by Raja. And now Easterday, clean shot on the bottom, being pushed by Kusan.
Champagne got pushed to the middle. He's like the eye of the storm right now in that 23 car. Third line in the middle.
2 by 3 by 3 by 2. Oh, boy. And here comes Cadell out of nowhere on the high side. Where did he come
when
from?
It matters most. On the bumper of Frisch.
Started
8 to go.
Started 8. I think he led the lap.
And he did.
He did. 18th on the grid. That's 68 out of nowhere.
Yeah, now that outside line's falling down a bit now. All stacking up. Here comes Sloppy to the middle. This field is accordioning together, and eventually, I think it's Newton's law of physics, they're going to fly apart.
Something's going to have to give one way or another. Somebody's going to make a bad move. Somebody's going to not throw a block. Somebody's going to throw a block.
Somebody's going to screw up, and it's going to cause the huge one here.
It's going to come down to who has their fast repair left.
It's coming to 7 to go. A lot of these guys at the front do still have their fast repair, except for a couple, I think. Raja used his.
And Lowell takes the left.
Keenan, well as Travis.
Guys, it's definitely go time now. A lot of these guys up in the front right now, like Cattell and Mike Sloppy, trying to work his way up. They've been at the back of this pack all race long. The problem, though, they haven't been up here mixing it up, so very risky with these guys making quick moves when they haven't all race.
And Raja just cut the nose off of. Oh my
tried
God.
to, couldn't get clear. Easterday was there.
He tried to do it to Lowell. Lowell lifted. Ben said, "No, thank you. This is mine now." Coming to 6 laps to go.
And it looks like Keenan's having handling troubles in the 03. Can't quite keep it close.
And here comes Champagne. Where did he come from? They're going to be 4 wide. Maybe not.
Nope, not quite.
Oh my God! I thought Raja got turned.
Oh man, Raja is just all over the place.
This is a ticking time bomb that just won't explode. It's had 4 zeros on it for the last 5 laps, and it still hasn't gone.
What are we coming to 15 to go?
Coming to 5 to go.
Oh, Jesus H, I don't even know what lap we're on anymore. This has been so fun.
Can we come back here next week and just say screw North Wilkesboro?
Yeah, right. Oh man, I feel like North Wilkesboro is going to make a run at the caution record.
Well, I was going to say we'll have the same amount of wrecked race cars. It's just it'll happen once, 15 green flag laps once, 15 green flag laps instead of 15 caution laps. A crash. Here comes Sloppy Joe, 3 wide on the outside with 5 laps to go.
Give him credit where credit's due. I was told he had a plan, and the plan seems to be working all right so far.
Trouble.
Oh, look out! Moon head sideways.
Travis around into KG. They're going to keep it green.
No caution yet.
They're
going
to keep it green. Everybody else held on. Oh, trouble. Raja. Yesterday, they saved it.
They're 4 wide.
Green. Here comes Champagne to the front. 2 accidents and no caution for either. Justin Champagne is your leader.
Those guys hold on to these cars. What a
now
brilliant
the caution's out.
Oh, now why? What? Why now?
I think it's just late. My guess is they were arguing about it. And they finally said, well, let's throw it. We're going to overtime. Here's the first one. It was What If that got into Moonhead, came down into the 06. Then, meanwhile, up at the front of the grid, you had Raja. We missed this up here at the front because we were busy looking back at the rest of the field. He comes up in front of the 25, and Lowell turns him. And then he got down to the Easterday, and that sent the 13 sideways. And then about 10 seconds later, maybe 20 seconds later, the caution came out. Well, you could blame it on drive-thru, but I'm choosing to blame this one on Caleb. Caleb frickin' Hoffman is the guy that's supposed to be our official, and he's not here for the 18,000th week in a row. I'm blaming him because then it would have been his decision to throw the caution and not a guy out on the racetrack.
That's also true.
So if you want to send your hate mail, send it to Caleb Hoffman.
I gotta say though, another impressive piece of driving by Easterday, and an even more impressive bit of driving by Caruth there. That could have been even worse for those guys.
Yeah. And I imagine we're going to overtime here. We would need to get 1 to green this time by, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. If it does, then we'll have 2 to go.
Some of these guys diving into pit road for some last minute. Looks like probably damage fixing tires. I would assume Easterday needs tires and flat spotted the crap out of his. It's going to be Champagne, Cadell, Sloppy Joe, Keenan, and Lowell will be your top 5 at the restart whenever we get there. Lights are still on. We're going to
still on. Yep. Overtime it is. It is overtime time. Here from Talladega. Just a reminder that next week we're at North Wilkesboro for the throwback race.
There will be no mustache for the broadcast because the Browns lost in the playoffs, therefore I shaved. So.
Everybody's complaining in the chat, whatever. If DT doesn't throw the cautions, then there's no cautions at all. There's no money to pay in admins, and 95,000% of admins want paid to do this crap. We have Caleb. He does it for free, but he doesn't show up.
That's probably because he does it for free.
Somebody asked about Gary Owen, the Fall Brawl Daytona winner. Gary Owen sits in the 8th spot right now. He's kept his nose clean minus that first caution.
Saw a bit of a hashtag going blame Caleb. I'm all for hashtag blame Caleb.
In fact, that should be the name of the last race of the season at Atlanta. The hashtag blame Caleb 500. I know Ed's sponsoring the race, but I'm sure he'd be willing to change his title name to that. I'm kidding.
The Ed Soundhead hashtag blame Caleb. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Ed Soundhead presents the hashtag blame Caleb 500.
Guys, I just want to bring this up. One of the guys I talked to quite a bit before this race started was Sloppy Joe, and he said he specifically wanted to be in P2 or P3 on the outside.
Are you all complaining
the
about the
restart?
cautions?
I'm not complaining about the cautions as much as I'm complaining that we
There's
don't
no
have an admin to do it, because that's what chat. That's
That
basically
wasn't bad,
They're blaming you, but I'm saying blame Caleb.
I say blame no one. That was fine. Listen, there was like one car in the wall, then there's 2 cars off the track. Some people yelled at me to put the caution out. I put the caution out. It came out. Whatever. We'll get some racing. Everything's fine. Ain't gotta blame no one. Shut up. Stop spamming the A. Get out of here. Get the A.
That's it.
I mean, you're
You're in timeout now. DT beat me to it. I guess he's in timeout for 600 seconds now.
We're gonna put on a show.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. I'll leave. I'll go back to the car.
All
now.
right.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Core Admin.
Sorry about that, Workman. He cut you off.
Yeah, as you were
Oh,
saying.
no, I mean, honestly, I was just going to watch the rest of that race because that was super entertaining. But as I was saying, I mean, the guy I talked to most race before this race was Sloppy Joe, and he specifically said he wanted to be in P2 or P3 on the outside on the final lap. Well, he's on the inside row, but he's P2 on the inside row. So he called his shot, and he has a strategy there. I mean, some of these guys up front here, there have been some of those guys that have been riding around in the back. I mean, you got Cadell up there. You got Lowell up there. He got his problems figured out. Cuthbertson, he was involved in that first incident. He was sideways. His right side tires are up in the air. So, yeah, we're going to see what some of these guys who have been in the back all race can do up front here.
And are we going to overtime?
Yes.
Because it looks like we're going to go green with, it's going to be green checkered.
Well, iRacing will fix itself here. We will go one lap over as of now.
Oh, okay, I see it now. All right.
We do have 3 attempts at a green and white checker, if we do need it.
If there's anybody left by the third one.
Well, there's that too. Here we go. Off of turn 4. Here we go. This is
Overtime number 1.
I hope you're ready to be here for an extra 20 minutes as we don't finish this race on this attempt.
I need to shower.
I was talking to the viewers, not to you guys. I'm not worried about you.
Oh.
2 laps to settle it from Daytona, maybe. Justin Champagne, Jonathan Cadell lead us to the green flag. Here we go. And bye, Champagne.
Tipper got a great jump on the restart. He's going to clear.
But that's a double-edged sword because everybody else is going to get a big run on him now. You don't want to be that far out ahead.
No, you do not.
With no help.
Tried to throw the Lul. Is I'm sure park in the middle there, Lul. That seemed to be.
And here comes Sloppy up the middle. We're going to go 4 wide for the lead off of 2. Contact. And Keenan Kusan can save it. Gary Owen does not. There's the big one.
Oh,
big.
Everybody.
Oh,
boy,
they're still piling it in. Rusty.
Cozy's in there.
Cozy. And, he's toast. He's got Raw Gator up on top of him. What if around? Michael Frisch. Ryan Barton.
Family show, sir. Can you please?
That is the huge one at Talladega, and we go to a second overtime. There's the field flying apart. Here's the replay. I don't know if there's anybody left.
I'm not sure where that started at.
Well, it started with the 8 and the 03 going for the same piece of real estate in the middle here off of 2. Champagne comes up to try and cover the spot. He comes back down, and then you've got the 03 and the 8 trying to fit their way through. Lowell may have gotten into the 03, but I don't think so. The 03 and the 8 just met in the middle and got him sideways. The 03 almost had it saved, and the 24 came up and right into Michael Frisch. Kind of squeezed him. That put Lowell on the wall. He came back down the racetrack, collecting Cosman and Cozy. Rusty turned around by the 85 of Gator. Travis Brown seeing and sawing at the wheel. He missed it. We're going to go on board with him. There's no doubt about it. Gator gets clobbered, goes on top of Cozy again. Cuthbertson got a piece of it. I think the 7 of Noah Sweet got a piece of it. We need to go on board with the 01 of Travis Brown now. Maybe not that far back, but screw it. Holy crap. That was unbelievable.
He's going to need the brown fire suit for sure.
We need to talk to him.
Let me go grab him real quick.
Because we have not talked to the either Moonsport driver tonight.
We talked to Moonhead.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
When did we talk to Travis Brown?
A while ago. When he got turned the first time, I think. Pretty sure.
I don't. No, we didn't. Because that was the end of the stage.
Well, here now. Travis, how you doing?
How are we?
I mean, you're doing great. I might need to change to the brown fire suit after that one. Holy crap! Walk us through what you saw, man.
A lot of smoke. So, first of all, I gotta apologize to everybody. I caused a reset there at the first stage. I was trying to beat Raja, and I tried to get down to the bottom, get a run, and I wasn't clear. And I honestly, I knew I wasn't quite clear, but story of my life, I needed about 3 or 4 more inches, so I went for it, and it just didn't work. But race went on. Right there, What If had kind of, I think he said he drifted up. I didn't know if I came down or he went up, but whatever. I saved it, and then they wrecked in front of us, and I was 22nd when we restarted that race. Me and Raja were going to go. I missed a shift, and then these parted right as they were about to wreck, and I saw them bouncing off each other, and I was like, you know what, screw it. If I let off here, I'm probably going to get run over, or all these people get their spots back. So I just kept my foot in it for the most part and ran over some stuff and barely missed it. I about spun out, swerving to miss Cozy there last second, but I kept it under me, and now I'm 6th. So I think we can win this thing. hopefully, me and Raja have been working good together all night, along with Champagne. So hopefully, one of the three of us can get it done here.
Well, we rode on board with you there. You had quite a harrowing moment. When you're coming to, you've got a green white checkered. You're in 6th place. What is the strategy from there? Do you just do you look for the hole and go, or what do you do?
Or I mean, I may not wreck and I may not win, but damn, if I get the chance, I'm gonna try to win. I'm not in this for points. I'm here to put on a show. So looks like we've got a lot of people watching here tonight. So this should get exciting. A lot of good guys up here at the front, and
Yeah, a lot of you guys.
I really want to win this, so I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
Well, best luck to you the rest of the way here in the next green white checkered. Hopefully we can wrap this thing up, and who knows, maybe we'll be in victory lane.
Yeah, sounds good.
Travis Brown, driver of the 01.
Kamikaze Games has parked the car. He's done for the night after that crash.
Is Cozy back on the track?
Is who?
He is.
Yes,
Cozy.
Cozy.
He's gonna try to finish the race.
He spent 2 minutes in the box for roughing. I'm kidding. But he did spend 2 minutes in his pit box. The car looks like it should be at Martinsville. The hood's crinkled. There is no aerodynamics left on that race car. But
I think he's just trying to finish the race to get the best points spot he can get.
Pretty much. And they'll probably wreck again. So,
I mean, we've got a recipe for disaster up here. You've got Carruth and Champagne, both very aggressive. Carruth more than Champagne this race, so you can wind up with some guys spinning around. Who knows?
Yeah, we're coming to 1 lap to green. We're gonna overtime number 2 of a potential 3.
We are going green this time. Lights are out.
So as of now, we're looking at 75 total laps. We'll see if that happens or not. Let's run down the order. Jonathan Cadell's your race leader. Then Sloppy Joe, Justin Champagne, Drive Through, Raja, Travis Brown. Noah Sweet, Dale Reynolds is back. He's in 8th. Ben Easterday and Lowell. Then Frisch, Cosman, Rusty, Rawgator, What If, Ryan Burton, Ed Soundhead, Kusan, Baskinger, Cuthbertson is back on pit road. Cozy still trying to make it back around. Gary Owen is still on pit road, and I don't think Cuthbertson and Owen are going to make it back and at least finish on the lead lap. They may wind up finishing this race, but it is going to be at least 1 lap off the pace.
And we have got a laundry list of fast repairs. Moonhead, Lefty, Gator, Soundhead, Raja, Gary Owen, Michael Cozy Jr., Lowell, Keenan, plenty of Frisch, Cuthbertson, Rusty, Cosman, and What If have all used their fast repairs this race so far. That's like half the field.
And they're going to rank again here, I'm sure.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Important to note, Cadell has not used it. Neither is Sloppy, and neither has Champagne, and they're both right 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, this ought to be good. Here we go. 2 laps to settle it. Overtime attempt number 2. We still got 18 guys left. Green flag.
Green flag is out. Cadell gets a great shot. Doesn't get the whole shot. Champagne going to hook up with Sloppy.
Oh, no, he's going to go to the bottom.
He's been pushed Sloppy up there.
Joe.
He and Cadell going to hook up.
Michigan? Do you think that had something to do with it?
Maybe.
Oh, here comes Drive Through.
And there goes Raja up to the top.
We should have stayed on the bottom.
Block. And there goes Sloppy. Where is he going with him?
Nobody.
Not a single person went with that A car.
Justin
right, I guess the children stand amongst these drivers.
Justin Champagne to the lead. It's the last lap. Coming to the last lap at least. Drive Through in 2nd. Looking to finally put a win on the point standings this season. Coming to the white flag.
Dangerous with these blocks. Frisch up to the top.
4
They're
wide
4
in the
wide.
back. This is the last overtime, folks. 1 to go.
Where's Lou going?
No, 5 wide.
5 wide.
And they made it. Frisch lost some time, but they made it.
I don't know how they did it, but they did it. They were 5 wide at the line.
Have you ever
put himself in a position to win this race now? Holy
Here's
crap!
Lowell. He's there on the bottom with Cosman. Cosman to the top. Drive Through turn.
Drive Through turn by
into
Lowell.
the wall. He will not win this race. Here comes Cosman to the bottom. Raja with help. Raja to the front. Sloppy gets into Cosman. Moves him up the racetrack. Wrecking behind him. They're not hanging on. Cadell. Rawgator in the wall. Here they come. This is for the race. Raja out in front. They're crashing again. And Raja! It's not over! Here they come again! Cosman pulls Dale out of the way. Here comes Frisch on the apron. They're side by side, 3 wide. Michael Frisch is going to win, I think.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He scored. It's
as long as that pass counts,
seconds.
As long as that pass under the yellow line counts, Michael Frisch is a core winner again, and he's going to pull it off at Talladega.
There was a lot to unpack there.
What a last lap. Let's go back. So, drive-through gets turned. Just aggressive pushing, and Lowell pushes him around. Hard in the wall for him.
Keep watching Lowell. He makes a bad block that causes that big one at the end there as well.
Then in turn 3, they're 7 wide here. Lowell just tries to go up the middle, hits Rusty, nowhere to go. Everybody else flies apart. Easter Day, what if involved? Keenan piles in at the end. And then here they come to the flag. Cosman pushes Dale wide, and here comes Frisch down on the apron, kept his foot in it, and takes the win at the buzzer. And Michael P. Frisch is going to be your winner here at Talladega.
Wow, what a run by Frisch. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. Top 5. Frisch with the win. Raja Karuth in his debut race in the 13 will finish second with a stage win as well. And then Cosman will round out the podium. Then it is Dale Reynolds finishes this race in 4th place with Justin Champagne rounding out the top 5. Wow.
Here's the onboard with Frisch coming to the flag. Thank you, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, out of my way, and got it.
Unbelievable.
I'm not being told that was an illegal move. So,
Well, they said the yellow line was fair. It was fair game.
Yeah, well, I was surprised nobody used it until that point. So, as Frisch is doing his burnouts here at start-finish line.
Let's bring up 3rd place. Cosman Ioneshu. From across the pond, 3 stages, 70 laps, I think, and a 3rd place finish for you. That's got to feel pretty good, Cosman.
Well, I mean, it's the same finish we did at Daytona, and I did not know what was going on in the trial there. Coming to the checker, everything was just in chaos. I'm just glad that I survived it all somehow. Some people need to learn how to take off the foot off the gas pedal if it is the last lap. Like that's what got me 3rd there. Otherwise, I would have ended up in the water going into 3. But it's the last lap. It's Talladega, Wood NASCAR. Big dig. Yeah.
They involved in an unfortunate incident there, that wasn't even your fault there in the 2nd stage. Turn around and finish 3rd. That's got to be a nice way to end up the night.
Oh hell yeah, man! This was pretty fun. Coming through the field, making the moves, watching everybody just chaotically swerve against each other, into each other, and trying to avoid the chaos. That's what we live for, man.
Well, congratulations on that 3rd place finish. Anybody you want to say hi to? Anybody you want to thank?
Everybody watching my stream, thank you for watching. Everybody watching this stream and the league itself, everybody supporting it. We really appreciate you. Thank you guys for having me, and watch more anime. That's about it.
All right, man. Well, we will see you next week. Cosmo Ioneshu. The amazing advice. You should watch more anime. Coming up, 2nd place is Raja. He's still deaf in, therefore we can't talk to him. So we're going to go ahead and bring up plenty of Frisch to the broadcast. And then we have an interview request. Actually, we have an interview request. We'll put him in front and see if
Raja's alive.
Oh, it is. All right. Raja, debut race, stage win to your name, and 2nd place at the end after it's all said and done. How you feeling? Welcome to Core.
Hello. I'm sorry, I didn't know how to start that. Nah, but man, thanks y'all for having me. That was fun. I had it till 5 feet from the finish line. I don't know how Frisch got that big of a run, man. I mean, that was fun though. Man, I kind of missed your question because it took me forever to load in. But
just
yeah.
How you feeling? How you feeling? Your debut race in Core. You've got a stage win to your name. Almost pulled off the victory. Would have been the 2nd debut race win by a driver in Core this season. But that's still gotta feel good to come home 2nd in your first one.
Man, I'll tell you what. as Zane Smith said, second is the first loser. So I'm hurt, but that was fun racing with like Justin and Cadell and Cozy and everybody and Travis. I had it until 5. I needed 5 more feet, then we would have been good. But it was fun. Feel disappointed, but it was fun. Good job race control and stuff. You know, races run good. Just really wish I could have got the win.
Always feels always that driving force though to bring you back though. Huh? You gotta prove that you can do it. Do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
So Atlanta next week. Will you be joining us there?
Probably. I mean, probably.
Well,
oh yeah, actually, yeah. I'll be there.
Well, we're at Wilkesboro next week and then at Atlanta.
Oh right, you're right. It is Wilkesboro next week. That's my bad.
Oh, Wilkesboro.
That sounds like some excitement.
that was an evil
crying
laugh.
because of past experience at the track. I'm not sure which.
No, that's an evil laugh right there. That's a evil watch out laugh. But you can catch me at North Wilkesboro.
All right. Well, before we send everybody off, we like to thank them and ask them if there's anybody they want to say hi to or anybody they want to shout out. So, anybody want to give a hey ho to?
Man, I want to say shout out to whoever created Bojangles because I had Bojangles for lunch today. I had a 4-piece tender snack with ranch and 2 biscuits. Oh my goodness, that was busting, and it was only $6. Whew. Also shout out to Liam Knox, helped me out with my Twitch chat. On a serious note, thank you Richmond Raceway Esports for helping me with my iRacing stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more. I'm kind of just yeah, that's it. Bojangles and Liam Knox and Richmond Raceway Esports.
Well, congratulations on second on the podium. Enjoy the celebration, and we'll catch you next week.
All right, peace.
My kind of guy. Shouting out a food place. It's my kind of guy. Race winner. Second time this season when it mattered with points. Third time total. Back in victory lane. Welcome back in, Michael Plenty of Frisch.
I don't know how I pulled that one off.
We don't either.
That makes 2 of us, right?
I mean, my heart's still pounding. Coming out of 4, I'm being dead honest, I was just going to push Cosman and hope for a top 5 and call it a points day, but the seas parted and we went for a hole and gap and it worked, man.
Well, congratulations on getting yet another win. You did it. You did it, Bristol, and now you've done it here on the Super Speedway. So now I guess the only thing you have left to do is win it a mile and a half.
I'm pretty known for just winning all over the place. I did an FTF, I won at a short track, won at a mile and a half, won at Talladega. So we're just all over the place where we win at. So yeah.
Well, so run us through the race. So you were involved in a couple of incidents. It's rough, but you come out winning this thing. So talk us through what happened.
Yeah, first stage, I just wanted to try to get a stage point, but quickly realized it was cutthroat up there, and everybody wanted that stage point. And I really didn't want to use a fast repair coming into that first stage, so we tried, we failed. Coming to the second stage, we really wanted to ride in the back and let them wreck up front and just save our fast repair if needed at the end. And coming into the final stage, everybody was kind of iffy on gas. We were really close to coming to green flag pit stops actually before that two wonky wrecks happened and caution came out, and that pretty much set everybody up on fuel. So after that point, it was game on and make your moves. But go ahead.
Yeah, first this is work, but I'm looking back here at this final restart, and you are all the way back in 11th on the inside. Just with everything that was going on in front of you, what were you thinking? What were you trying to do just during those last 2 laps?
I just want to emphasize that going into 1, I start finish line and we were 5 wide. I was getting put into the wall, so I thought it's over, it's done. You know, this race is all over. Not gonna get a good finish. Gonna get a top 10. That's about it. But yeah, just going through that. Just tried to build as much run as I can. If that third lane opened up, I was gonna go for it. But I took the middle and the seas parted. They start wrecking behind us. The seas parted to get in front of us when Joey and Champagne got together. And after that point, it was just everybody in front of us, pick a lane and go for it.
And it paid off from 11th to 1st on that final overtime to win the race. congratulations. Before we send you down to celebrate, anybody you want to say hi to? Anybody you want to thank?
Dalen Bar. We're about to be running some big events here and some coming up in the Bar Visuals car. So excited about that. And all the boys run the 24 hours here. Definitely Keenan here and Ian. They're doing the solo 24. Big shout outs to them. You guys need to go check them out. They're going to be doing that. And you guys, obviously.
By the way, with your win, you are now tied for second in points.
Oh yes, because I know Cozy had a bad day, and that me winning did not want
You're
to
still
help at
you're
all.
still 34 points behind Cozy. It's not impossible for you to get there. But
right.
you are now ahead of drive-through because of your 2 wins. That's the tiebreaker, and you have a 8-point lead over Champagne in fourth, and you're again 34 points behind Cozy.
I'm just gonna say to all your viewers now, if you're looking for a short track brawl, tune in next week because it's at North Wilkie, and me and Cozy are good at brawling there. So you guys want to tune in for that for sure.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. Check it out next week, and we'll see you there. And maybe you'll beat Cozy and put yourself in the lead. Who knows? Nobody knows anything. This race was insane.
Well, maybe see you back up in here in the booth. We'll see.
No, all right, my man. Well, enjoy the rest of your night.
You guys do the same.
Race winner, the 58, Michael Plenty of Frisch. And up here now, admin for the Core League and driver of the 77, Mr. Drive-Thru. You had requested to come on up to the booth, sir. So how you doing? How's it feeling?
Well, I tell you what, I wanted to talk to y'all after the race, but maybe not in these circumstances.
There was quite a bit of shuffling and beating and blasting, a lot of broken, busted up cars, a lot of hurt egos, a lot of angry people.
Oh, man, that's upsetting, man. Listen, it's the one time Cozy gets wrecked out. It's the one time I have an opportunity. I was sitting there in third place, and I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm going to go for it, but I was happy finishing third. I would have been okay finishing third. And we're going in a straight damn line on the backstretch, and I just get run over once and run over twice and bopped into the inside wall. And now Frisch has already caught us.
Yeah, you guys are tied for second in the points.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a lot. I'm not giving up yet, but it's going to take a lot.
A lot of people pointing out that there may have been a specific driver involved in a lot of those last lap antics. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the.
Hey, I'll give it to him. He took me out, and then he took out half the field to make it even to some degree.
So no disciplinary action to be coming.
We'll take a look.
All right. Well, you guys. So Core's wrapping up. 2 races left.
Yeah, can you believe it? Season's gone so quick.
I was gonna say, how do you think the season's gone so far? A lot of people seem to be enjoying themselves, and I'm certainly having a lot of fun up here. So, from your standpoint, how do you think the season's gone so far?
Well, I tell you what a show tonight, man. I mean, these guys are battling hard, like every lap of the race. Still kept it clean enough. We got some good racing at the end, and a hell of a finish. And yeah, we got Wilkesboro and Atlanta coming up, and those are both gonna be awesome. It's been a damn good season. I'm really happy with it, and yeah, hopefully be a fun last few weeks here.
Well, good luck next week and the week after, and maybe you can pull out this upset for the championship.
We're gonna try our best.
Well, good luck, and we will catch you next week.
See you.
Driver of the 77 and admin of the Core League.
Final thoughts here, gentlemen?
I am hungry.
Well, here's what I looking at these final points. The ending is, I mean, we thought it was going to be between Cozy and Frisch and maybe Easterday, but Easterday he drops from 3rd to 6th in points, and I know Cozy, he's got a 34-point lead, but all it takes is just one catastrophic race from Cozy next week, and we could have possibly a 5-person points battle because 2nd through 5th are only separated by 12 points. And if Cozy has a terrible race next week, and if those 4, Frisch, Drive-Thru, Justin Champagne, and Cosman all have great runs, we could mathematically have a 5-person race for the championship.
It's going to be one of them fantastic Atlanta finishes. And that's what we're all hoping for, is that it's going to be a fantastic finish at Atlanta. Again, Tuesday of next week, a week from tomorrow, North Wilkesboro, Throwback weekend. I can't wait for that one. I was really excited about tonight. 10 times that for next week. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we will be at Atlanta to wrap up this course season. I don't know how we got that far already, but we have 2 races to go. And if it's anything like tonight, it's going to be the best 2 races on the entire season. Thanks so much for being here. For Cody Workman on Pit Road, Trace Ryder next to me, I'm Jacob Hitz. Thank you so much, and we will see you at North Wilkesboro from next week. Michael Frisch, your winner from Talladega. Good night.